Yeah, so we're gonna queue up round 2.
Yeah.
And I believe it's gonna be our 8th place player currently.
Yeah.
Tim Rivenberg running Affinity versus Dwayne Hess, who's not far behind him.
No,
running Merfolk.
It is actually very close. And they've done the mirror matchup multiple times of Merfolk versus Merfolk.
Sure.
Because they are the two kind of go-to Merfolk players at the shop. Jeremy and myself do have Merfolk, do not play it as often anymore. But, that is something that we do have. Tim likes to mix it up and play Affinity from time to time, play Merfolk from time to time. But I don't know what he's done with his decks, but whenever he picks up a deck that he's not played in a long time, he has really bad draws.
Yeah.
Like, there's those couple players out there that are, like, super lucky that, like, they're going to get the draw kind of thing. They're probably going to have that top deck they need to win. Maybe one of our season champions has been known to be lucky like that sometimes. But I don't know. Whenever I see Tim play, after he's not picked up a deck for a while, he tends to just like, for example, Affinity. He could be like, all right, Springleaf Drum, next draw. Springleaf Drum.
Or the 3 thought cast in a row.
Yeah, like everything just clumps together. I don't know. So sometimes that can be go really well where he's got all these thought casts and just like chains them. And sometimes it works really badly when he's getting all these like mana rocks and stuff. So we'll have to see how things work out for these two players going into it. They both, very experienced players, especially in this matchup. They know kind of what to expect here. And Tim just had a birthday, actually.
Yes, he did. Happy birthday to Tim. Hopefully he gets a win on camera tonight to solidify it.
Yeah, and I know he's actually going to be missing out on the last week or last 2 weeks of the season, I believe.
Oh, no.
So
I'll be there tomorrow.
Lynn is still in town.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep.
She's in town till Wednesday, I believe.
Okay.
So he will not be able to attend next week, at least.
Right. Oh no, I did not see that.
What?
Interesting.
What's you guys likely didn't see, but SCG made a change to their judging for SCG Opens as well. So what's the change that they made? Fill us in, because I didn't catch that.
Oh, good news, by the way.
What's the good news?
While I was away, I found 2 copies of Omnath, Locus of Rage.
Oh,
for my standard
nice.
deck. Yeah,
sweet.
So we're gonna have to play some tomorrow.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Also, I put in one of those Demons of Dark Schemes from Kaladesh.
Yeah, is it working out? You think?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah,
we'll see when you crush my hopes and dreams.
They're taking away the credit option for judges and forcing them to take cash. Oh wow. Okay.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh.
Trying to get a peek at what Tim's got going on in his hand. He's keeping it though. It looks like a Blink Moth Nexus to start.
Good old Blinky.
Dwayne with that Mutavault into Aether Vial play.
So this is a really solid opening for a Merfolk player, because you have the option to go for beats with the Mutavault next turn.
Vault Scourge, Mox Opal, Cranial Plating.
That's not a bad start.
Tim getting ready. Looks like an island for Dwayne. He does have an Echoing Truth in hand.
Echoing Truth and a Vapor Snag.
Yeah,
so this is one of the benefits of rocking the mono blue style, is that you do have access to those cards, where you'll see, like, Tim's version runs Collected Company, Blue Green, and Simic-Tron, which is not something you'll normally see in those lists. Now, I would recommend, if you're going to be playing Merfolk, to rock out the mono blue or blue white currently, especially with, like, Infect being very popular.
Consistency is key.
And Dredge being very popular. Yes. You have some great sideboard options available to you, and you can run Path to Exile.
Second Cranial Plating into an island.
I'm gonna equip both of these.
Yeah, let's go into town. 1,
Vapor
2, 3,
Snag here.
4, 5.
Opting for the echoing on the cranials.
Okay, yep. Cacao.
So 1 damage going to come across. We'll also heal with that lifelink for 1. So 19 all.
Echoing Truth, very well timed. Fair and balanced. And now he's got
Silvergill, revealing Merfolk, draw a card. So he opted it for that way so he could be able to bring a Lord in.
Sure. At the end.
Yeah, using that Vial instead of the Silvergill.
Yep.
It's just the safer play here.
I like that Master of Waves that's sitting in his hand.
Another thing that is available to the mono blue style.
Here's a cranial plating. Show me another, maybe? No, okay, he's gonna go with the Signal Pest.
I think this is smart here. Push for a little bit of extra damage here.
It's a less threat. It's less threatening.
Ooh, that was cool. So he says, I'm gonna have no hand.
Vroom.
And you'll see these players playing very quick here because, again, they're knowing how this is supposed to be working out. That was a nice hit. Using the Vapor Snag, dealing 1 extra damage. And looks like opting for the tick up to 3. Cavern of Souls, naming Dinosaur.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely on Dinosaur, because how else are you going to cast Old Fogey?
Good old Fogey. Merfolk.
Sure.
Oh.
Master of Waves.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 devotion. He gets 5. Yeah, 10.
Letting us know. 5 devotion, 5 elemental creatures.
Mm-hmm. And there's a trigger that is on Merfolk for casting a Merfolk. Hey, you can tap or untap target permanent.
Excellent.
Which, depending on what's in Dwayne's hand, he could opt for untapping his Aether Vial or just simply tapping down the Signal Pest and swinging in. So, untapping one of his lands. Like, there's things that he could do here. But it looks like move in. He's a 3/3. And that is a 4/3. So it looks like we'll take the 7.
Dropping Tim to 11.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I've got real elemental tokens."
Yeah, I think as long as you keep 1, I don't know. I love seeing
custom tokens.
Yeah, I love seeing custom tokens out there.
Tim actually has an island for the walking.
He does. He's running the... There's a couple variations on how you want to run your land bases and stuff like that. For the most part, most Affinity players opt for the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
But Tim likes having the island. He likes having the Thoughtcast, like having the Master of Ethereum. So... There's the Thoughtcast.
Boom. Draw 2 cards.
Another land.
Perfect. Right what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, now we're
Blazes Vault Scourge.
okay. Activate. Mm-hmm. Equip.
We got
Equip.
it. You got it.
Combat.
Swing.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So each cranial plating is getting 8. So 16, 17, 18 damage. That puts him to 1. So, if
sadness.
If Dwayne had not had his Vapor Snag and his Echoing Truth, he would have been dead now.
And shows him another Master Waves and says, "Cool, yeah, this is fine."
Yes, he had played the 2-life, 2-cast of Vault Scourge, but hadn't gained up his life. Woohoo! Drewski Brew!
Jamming out. Thank you so much, dude.
I like Scott Pilgrim over
The
zombie personally.
Right, that's fair. That's fair.
And I add a little bit of music to it too.
Nice.
I'm just trying things out, you know.
Alright, so we got sideboards.
Oh, that's what I'm forgetting to do. I'm busy like looking at stream and doing things like that. So, whose would you like to read off?
I'm gonna take Dwayne's.
Okay.
We got 1 Seized Claim, 1 Dismember, 3 Hercules Recall, 2 Kira Great Glass Spinner, 2 Grafdigger's Cage, 2 Relic of Progenitus, 2 Spellskite, and 2 Tidebinder Mage. I like the Hercules Recall.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and bring it all.
Colors in the blue.
U.S. Mount 442.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you so much, dude. We've also got the... Jeez. The Hercules is just what's really standing out to me here. Dismember seems like it may be okay. Seize Claim seems like it's okay.
Yeah, I like the Dismember...
purely for I need to remove this creature.
Yeah, and it also could help with the Master of Ethereum, knowing that
True. Very
Tim
true.
did have that island.
Yep.
So that could be a factor going into it and might be something that he would consider.
Whoa! Garda Hunter!
Woohoo! Thank you for the follow.
Thank you so much, dude.
So,
how about Tim?
So Tim's got 1 Ray of Revelation, 1... I can never say that.
Ghirapur Aether Grid.
I always just call it an Aether Grid.
Yep, it's your favorite card, dude.
I hate that card. Grafdigger's Cage, 1 Relic of Progenitus, 2 Spellskite, 2 Whip Flares, 1 Wear and Tear, 2 Ancient Grudge, 2 Spell Pierce, 2 Etched Champions. So, the Whip Flares are appealing, but he has to be very careful about going for that style because how quickly the lords just jump over top of that. And It's like, oh, you're doing 2 damage? Well, my lords start as 2/2s. If I have one other lord or a Mura Regery, they're 3/3s. So that just kind of makes that null and void. Etch Champion Pro Colors. That actually can be relevant for pushing for a little bit of extra damage. If Island Walk's not available, having a blocker there. So something to consider. I do like the Ancient Grudge a lot here. Because you can flash it back, you can destroy stuff like Spreading Seas or the Aether Vial. So like I think those are the ones that I'd more likely consider.
Sure.
In this sort of situation here. So let's see going into
I see a
King
Ravager, I see a Spell Pierce, I saw a land, but Tim says, nope, not interested in that. I'll go to 6, that's fine. Dwayne. Let me take a look at this real quick while they're shuffling up here. It's driving me nuts.
Oh, I know. That more do you liking?
I don't know how you function.
My brain doesn't work the way yours does.
Yeah. We're good. I just want to help, that's all.
It's like, my brain doesn't work the way yours does. The way you have your computer set up is wrong.
6 cards.
Oh my gosh. So he did bring in S Champions, but hey, this is like a 3 Signal Pest, 1 S Champion, 1 Vault Scourge. Remember what I was talking about with his cards clumping?
Yeah.
That was a good example,
That's
right?
a very good example. That's perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for, actually. Thank you, deck. Thank you. Dwayne,
Talking about the sweet tokens he's got.
I don't know. Has he drawn his cards?
Yeah, they're right there.
Because I'm fairly certain those are just tokens.
So while the players are deciding, why don't you remind our viewers at home about the mana system we have?
Oh, of course. So
because it's something new, we wanted to keep bringing it up.
Yeah, we got this fancy bot in chat now. His name is Revlo, aka Rudelo, and he's gonna do things like exclamation point mana. He's gonna respond to that and tell you how much mana you got, and I'm cheating clearly. And you can do things like gamble that mana away. You're going to earn 1 mana for every minute you're hanging out in chat. Tim at 5 cards, and he's
going to 18
Vault
life.
Scourge. Yeah, Brett, do your job.
Also, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Twitters and stuff like that, that'll help you get more mana to be able to use in chat. And things you can do is, like, right now we've got it set up so there's Twitter interactions and things like that you can do. Might set up to do discounts because we're going to be looking into getting clothing and stuff like that. We already have stickers that are available. So
there you go. One of the, I bet 4 in his deck. Nailing
Spreading Seas.
That card. Nailing that. Was that a Glimmer Void?
Mm-hmm.
And he says, yeah, I'll just remember that's an island.
Yeah, I see a lot of players like to do that.
Oh.
Okay. Being smart about it, because the other ones, like, even if no cards in your hand, you can draw a card.
Yep.
Crash! Life swings quickly there. 21 to 17. Of course, that Signal Pest does have that Battle Cry ability to give all other attacking creatures +1/+0.
We definitely missed that Cavern of Souls. I'm feeling
Cavern of Souls! Naming dinosaurs.
Water is wet.
Water is wet.
Here's a Silvergill Adept for Dwayne. Passes back. Tim just hanging out with a couple cards. But does have the Ravager out. Plays a Memnite. Combat.
So, by Dwayne tapping his mana like this, it's also saying, hey, you don't have a Vapor Snag to hit me with.
Sure. Dwayne gonna go to 13. Tim to 23. With a land, here is a Master of the Pearl Trident.
Mm-hmm. Giving all Merfolks +1/+1 an Island Walk. It says, hey, thanks for that island that you have.
Silvergill. Swinging for 3, taking Tim to 20. Tim's going to untap, look at some cards in his hand. I think I see a Cranial Blading.
There's a Galv Blast in there.
Crash. And he says,
oh,
here's a Hercules Recall. Tim says,
Float a red, Galv Blast that guy.
Galv Blast.
And these guys will bounce.
Yep. This is fine. Fistful of cards.
Play this.
Here's a Springleaf Drum.
Here's my Memnite.
A Memnite.
Now he's got 2 mana available to him. 1 for this, 1 for that. Lose 2 life. Back down to 18.
Hey, you know, that's... Doesn't feel like that Hercules was too bad.
No, I mean, it would have been better for Dwayne if the Galv Blast wasn't there, because now we see he's got a Lord here. There's a Phantasmal in hand.
Yep, looks like a Spreading Seas in hand as well.
Yeah, and he's going to say Glimmer Void, which is smart because, hey, doesn't want to be hit with that kind of thing. What is the land under Spreading Seas? Glimmer Void and that one from Battle for Zendikar, Oath of Gatewatch, where if you have no cards in your hand, you can pay 3, I think, or 2 and draw a card. Or you just draw a card off it. I don't remember. Something that some of the Affinity players have been running. Where TJ, help us out. Tim, help us out.
Was it Inventor's Fair?
Is that what it is?
Inventor's Fair was in Kaladesh.
Maybe okay, maybe that was the card. I don't remember.
Dwayne gonna go to 6. Tim at 22. OR. Yeah, Seagate Wreckage. That's it.
Seagate Wreckage.
Oh,
yeah, I forgot.
Cardbot. Come on. Kaladesh has been out forever.
Yep, there it is. Draw a card if you have
Thank
no
you,
cards
Vetus,
in your
thank
hand.
you.
You guys are on top of things. See, I'm really good about knowing what cards do, just not knowing what they're called.
Yep.
So, got another swing in that cranial plating. I got to retrain my brain again.
It's clearly an island.
Cranial plating, pretty helpful. Yeah, I don't know why Cardbot has not added any Kaladesh cards. We'll have to figure that out.
Crash.
That's not a bad swing, you know. Swinging 5.
5 damage. Taking 10 to 17. Your brain's gonna thank me later. Once it
I know.
retrains
Once it
itself.
gets back into the swing of things.
Take inventory. That's not what we want. Close enough.
oh, these bots.
Single pass trigger. Here is a snag.
Now, he can instant equip to the signal pest here. Choosing to sack.
Sacks the Scourge. Instant equips and then says, "Hey, what's up?" Response.
Echoing this. Alright. Fine. Swing in for nothing.
Pass back.
There is a Phantasmal Image and a Lord of Atlantis in hand.
Oh boy.
So, Lord giving everything +1/+1. Phantasmal gonna give everything else +1/+1. Dinosaur, so that guy's uncounterable.
I mean, in this instance, yes.
Everything gets +3/+3, with the exception of the Lords, all get +2/+2. So,
A lot of damage.
14 damage coming across.
Yo, Eli's.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you so much for the follow, dude.
14 damage. Now, there are blockers available. No, there's not. Sorry. Because there's Island Walk and Tim's got Islands. But he drops down to 3. So, he's got to sit here. Harbinger's
Ooh.
nice. Now, he can respond to this and sack and put it on, like, Signal Pest, which would make the most sense because that guy can't be blocked by stuff with flying. Or can only be blocked by stuff with flying.
Charles hitting us with that knowledge.
Yeah, every creature is uncounterable if your opponent doesn't have any counter spells.
Play the cranial plating, equip the cranial plating, go to a combat, swing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Game number 2.
Going.
Tied up. 1-1.
1-1.
We'll take a gander at those sideboards one more time for you all, in case you missed it.
Hashtag the more you know. There we go.
So, again, we were talking about the Hercules recall, and we did see that be a big factor in there, something that the mono blue Merfolk players are very reliant on. And we saw the ex-champions in Tim's side of things, but we did not see any of his artifact or enchantment rule. Like, we didn't see ancient Gruds or like Wear and Tear or anything like that, which is potential for him to have, and something that you should be considering bringing in if you're in Tim's side of things. At least one.
I did see a Spell Pierce in his 7 from that
Okay,
second
so
game.
he did opt for the Spell Pierce. Right.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if it's something that you run main board in Affinity or not. I think it's probably too
Not
slow.
usually.
But I do like the Spell Pierce, just to, especially the thing about Dwayne's deck is it's Merfolk, but he has a lot of answers in his main deck. And we're looking at Seize Claim. We're looking at least the Spreading Seas.
Spreading Seas.
So being able to spell Pierce...
the also has the Hercule's Recall. You can spell Pierce that. You can spell Pierce the Echoing Truth. You can spell Pierce the Vapor Snags. Yep. So does have a factor and something to protect your guys with. So
we'll take a look and see as we go into game number 3. I see a couple lands, some artifacts. It looks like
a couple
maybe,
cranials.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least one cranial plating. Looks like
maybe two and a drum.
How about a creature? We got a creature in there?
Maybe there's a blink moth. Hard to tell. Yeah, looks like maybe no creatures. So
they're
shipping it back.
6.
Which that's fine for both these decks to mull down to 6.
Sure.
We've had TJ on talk about mulliganing before with Affinity and when to keep them, when to ship them, kind of thing. Definitely does take some getting used to, and it is a learned skill to be able to mulligan correctly and know.
Truthfully, I think that's a good portion of Modern. I guess maybe competitive Magic in general is learning what to sideboard. Yo, bingo.
Oh, bingo.
When to sideboard and what to sideboard. Yo, TN Jenks, thank you so much for the follow, dude.
Thank you.
And that's something I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Is what to mulligan, when to mulligan, how to mulligan, who to mulligan.
It helps a lot when you're playing with a particular deck over and over and over
True.
again, and particular matchups.
True.
So this will be easy for me to know that. All right, you have a very aggressive deck. And a Vial.
Island, Aether Vial, pass. Glimmer Void, Signal Pest, pass. This is some fair magic. Here's a Silver Gill showing you a Master of the Pearl Trident, pass. If you play a turn 2 spell, 2 mana cost spell.
Nice.
Alright. Steel Overseer.
I want to get the playmat for Steel Overseer.
Yeah.
I don't even play Affinity, but I like that playmat. I think it's sweet.
The only thing you need to learn is to cut people into hot garbage hands.
Yeah, that is a skill that
Fair.
some people have.
Yep. People do that a lot to me.
Then they have to worry about mulligans. Murray coming down here. We've also got that Vial on 2, so we could see a little bit of extra. And he's saying, hey, Vial in a Lord, so you'll be taking 3. Or, sorry, you'll be taking 4 damage instead of the 3.
Right, going to 16. Dwayne at 20.
And Etched is nice.
Yeah.
Because right now, there's no Spreading Seas out.
Yeah, and that Edge Champion's gonna get scary quick if that Steel Overseer hangs out. 18.
I do like Steel Overseer as a card. I think it's a lot of fun.
What do they call it? Removal on a stick?
Yeah.
That Steel Overseer comes down and immediately people are like, get that out of here. I'm not playing with that.
Right. Because he can get out of hand very quickly.
Prime Inquisition Thoughtseize target.
Yes.
Steel Overseer.
Speaking of which, I need to get the stuff together for 8-Rat because someone's going to be borrowing it.
Oh, nice. Shh. You just told everyone, dude.
I know.
Bastard. I don't know why you're shushing me.
Don't tell anyone. So there's a Galv Blast and a Cranial in hand. We could see a lot of damage coming across.
That's an understatement.
Now, something that Tim does have to be worried about is those Hercule recalls, those Echoing Truths, all this stuff that Dwayne's been just bringing his way.
True. You know, the one thing that makes the Merfolk deck really good is Aether Vial, because, wow, he's got Hercule's Recall and Echoing Truth in hand. And, here we go.
Hercules.
Let's bounce it.
He's gonna lose his Glimmer Voids.
Ruh-roh.
Taxes for Days asking, what can we bet on?
Taxes for Days. I've got good news for you, man. You can gamble your points away with exclamation point gamble.
At the beginning of your end step, if you control no artifacts, sacrifice Glimmer Void. So, to add some salt in the wound, he's going to say, I'm going to swing in for everything's 1, 2, 3, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage, putting Tim to 3. And then he's going to say, well, nice Hercules.
Yeah.
I lost my Glimmer Voids. Can't recast my stuff. So, there's the hand.
Taxes. Right now, we're looking at a couple different rewards. Revlo has some pre-generated rewards for the bot itself. We are looking to get some merch going. Maybe at a certain amount of mana, you can buy yourself a sticker, buy yourself a sweatshirt, a t-shirt. I mean, there are all sorts of options we can do with mana. Brett Revel is being mean to me in this chat, dude. I call him Rudlow for a reason.
He's a rude dude.
Rudlow is a rude dude. Hands down.
Before we get into round 3 and the points and stuff like that, you were mentioning the shirts and the sweatshirts and stuff.
Yeah.
We are gonna pick 2 to 3 different ones and put a straw poll up on Twitter, on Facebook, in the chat, all that kind of stuff, when we've decided on what the shirts are going to say. And then whichever ones get the most vote, we will do basically the first shirt that we'll launch. The sweatshirt's going to be like a Modern Magic Mondays logo and stuff like that for it. But we did want to do like different shirts and just kind of roll them out throughout the year for people to pick out, and we'll probably do it that way. It's just like, all right, here's the one that got the most votes, so that'll be the first shirt that we release, and there'll probably be limited edition run for it.
Absolutely.
So
all you gotta do is just be sure to follow us here at twitch.tv/modernmagicmondays, on Twitter at Modern Mondays.
Yes.
Yep. Don't do Modern Magic.
He'll be real mad.
That guy got upset at me the first time I did that. It's at Modern Mondays on Twitter. You can also follow us here.
Batman shirt.
At The Real Nan Man. At Farmazurnar. We'll do the retweets. We'll hook you guys up. Make sure you guys are seeing those straw polls as we go out. Exactly. But yeah, look at that. I mean, the mana is just rolling.
I love it.
I love it.
So we're halfway through because we're do 5 rounds. We stopped going into. Oh no, we're not halfway yet. We haven't done 3. I'm getting ahead of myself, guys.
Let's take a look at point totals.
Let's do it. I'm getting too excited, too hyped. That was round 2. Here's round 3.
Yo, Charles, good roll, dude. Good roll. Man, we got Julia, Brian, Lyle, TJ, Jeremy. 6 points.
Showing what it means to be a winner, I guess.
That's right. Ben, Dwayne, Leighton, Jamie, Chris, Max, and Josh all sitting at 3, while Ben, Michael, and Tim and Robert
and I were doing that challenge.
As we're getting ready to queue up round number 3, do you wanna just like lay out maybe as to the reason why Robert may be having a bad night tonight?
Yeah. So Robert and I